With you, Alpha Nations, be ready, grab your snacks and drinks and find a perfect place in your comfortable home and become hashtag significantly better through sustainable and sustainable living. Sustainable and accessible lifelong learning together. So today's event is made possible with the help of our supportive and generous partners. IXL CIU Review Center get an additional 500 if you are a graduate of any Alpha program. Blessed. It's not about the product they sell, but the words they share. That's a TH statement. Startup Podcast to us, the first Filipino cloud-based analytics platform with your free 90-day trial offer. Just visit their website at alphatuos.com for more updates. And again, knowledge and excellence and continuous improvement with Aztecs Academy. I am Engineer Melanie Madrigal, the Chief Marketing Officer of Aztecs PH, and we are happy to have you here tonight. So without further ado, guest speaker for tonight's session.
Ayun. So, ayan. So,
Ayan,
hello.
engineer,
Ayan, good
sorry,
evening.
can you hear me guys?
Yeah, we can hear you but medyo mihina. Pero yeah, we can hear you po.
Basic. Okay, I'll introduce lang engineering team. So engineering team is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering. He is a certified safety officer and Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt certified continuous improvement fundamental certified professional. He is currently a continuous improvement and internal auditor, specialist in handling innovation incorporated, a leading company that provides innovation handling solutions, particularly Toyota forklifts. He formulates, monitors, and verifies effective solutions and ways to improve work process. In addition to his remarkable professional achievements, he also believes in life learning and continuous improvement, dedicating his free time to reading books, working out, and taking short courses. His passion for learning, coupled with his extensive experience in industrial engineering, makes him an invaluable asset in the field of continuous improvement. So, guys, please help me welcome our guest for tonight for the topic the power of benchmarking with engineer, none other than Engineer John E. Villacorte. Hi, sir. Team, good evening. The floor is
Hello,
yours.
engineer. Yeah, hello, engineer Melanie. Thank you for those warm welcomes. And hello, guys. Good evening. So again, my name is John Timothy Villacorte, but you can call me Tim. So again, I am currently I am a internal auditor, and my role is continuous improvement. So in handling innovation incorporated, or also known as Toyota Forklifts or Toyota Material Handling Philippines. So ayan. So before I start, I would like to. All right. So before that, pala, let me share my screen lang. So kindly confirm if you can see my screen na. Ayan. Ayan. Can we confirm kung kita po sa kindly confirm sa ating meeting chat if visible na yung screen ko. Ayan. All right. Thank you for confirming, Miss Jessa. All right. So again, you can call me Tim. And thank you, Brian, for confirming. So today, what we will be discussing is benchmarking. So before that, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Aztecs PH Academy for inviting me here, for giving me an opportunity to be part of this Alpha TV. And thank you guys for being here. Actually, I am very thankful and grateful because you spend your time learning, di ba? So it is a Friday night, so walang pasok bukas, and ang gagawin natin mostly is, di ba, lalabas tayo, Friday night out. But thank you guys for spending your time learning here. So before that, before we fully dive in or formally start this short webinar, let us start this by a question. So I want to ask you a question, and then you don't have to answer right away. So you can just put it behind your head kung habang nadi-discuss tayo. And then later on sa dulo, tsaka natin siya i-discuss. Alright? So the question that I have for you guys this evening is, alright? Okay. So, I know most of us are or heard this statement, do not compare yourself to others. All right? So I believe narinig nyo na to and nakita nyo na tong quote na to or saying na to and nasabi na rin to sa inyo or minsan pwedeng kayo nag-advise nito, di ba? Sa yung mga kaibigan, ganyan. So, my question is, nag-agree ba kayo dito sa statement na to or sa phrase na to? So, that's my question, introduction question. So, we will discuss it later on and malalaman nyo kung bakit ko siya tinanong. Alright? So, let us now start our short webinar entitled The Power of Benchmarking. So, you know guys, I'm really excited to share this with you, the power of benchmarking, because benchmarking is not only powerful tool. Alam naman natin na benchmarking is a powerful tool, but this can also help you achieve your goals, reach your full potential, but also it is a fundamental quality of being a lifelong learner. So ito yung mantra natin, di ba, dito sa Astex PH or sa Alpha TV, lifelong learning. So in fact, during my attendance at the first lifelong learning conference inorganize siya ni Astex PH Academy last year, I learned that benchmarking plays a vital role in a journey or in the journey of becoming a lifelong learner. So, if you are someone, okay, who aspires to accomplish your goals, unlock your true potential, and embrace the mindset of a lifelong learner, this talk is for you. So pay close attention so you don't miss a thing. All right. So before diving in, let me share with you the learning objectives so you know what to expect in this discussion. First, learning objective is to understand the concept of benchmarking in its application. Second, to know the history of benchmarking. Third is to learn different types of benchmarking. And last is to learn how to maximize the power of benchmarking and how to effectively apply it in your life. So we will first define what is benchmarking. Okay? So ito, nagtanong ako kay Maring Mirayam. So according to Mirayam, the literal meaning of benchmark as a noun is something that serves as a standard. So in word standard by which others may be measured or judged. Another definition of that is benchmark or benchmarking is a point of reference from which measurements may be made. So, ano bang example nito? How can we fully understand what is benchmark? So, standard, sinasabi dito. So, pagdating sa ating so, sino dito pala yung mga students? Can you raise your hand so that I can see sino yung mga participants natin? Sino dito yung mga students? Ayan. So, kung makaka-relate kayo dito sa ating examples, can you react dyan sa ating yan? So, may mga students tayo dito. So, I believe makaka-relate kayo dito. So, in education or academic grading, a grading scale serves as a benchmark or standard by which students' performance is measured or judged. So it provides a point of reference for evaluating their knowledge, skills, and achievements. So usually, yung mga teachers natin, ginagamit yung mga grades natin as a benchmark para ma-assess yung academic progress natin. And also, if you are familiar with SAT, so you mostly meron yan kapag fourth year high school ka para ma-determine kung ano ba yung future mo, anong profession yung pwede mong i-take sa future or anong course yung pwede mo i-take sa college. All right? So yung SAT ginagamit yan as a benchmark. So it acts as a benchmark to assess the academic abilities of the students to compare them to their peers and to also evaluate themselves. So another example of benchmark is in a financial market. So sino man dito yung mga young professionals na, mga nag-work na. So maybe you are familiar with stocks. So yung stock indices such as S&P 500 or Dow Jones Industrial Average, they serve as a benchmark or point of reference for measuring the performance of overall stock market. So usually, yung mga investors and financial analysts, they compare the performance of individual stocks or investments, investment portfolios against these benchmarks to evaluate their relative success or failure. Another example is athletic record. So in sports naman, athletic records such as yung world record na 100 meters sprint ni Usain Bolt, diba, na 9 point something ata yun. So, and yung top scorer sa NBA. So, and then yung number of championship rings. So, those numbers serves as a benchmark or standards of achievement. So, usually, yung mga athletes, they strive to surpass these records to measure their performance against historical achievements and determine their place in athletic history. So, sa mga mahilig sa basketball dito, 'di ba, mga basketball fan. So, recently lang, 'di ba, si LeBron nataasan niya na si Michael Jordan, si Kobe Bryant. So, ngayon meron debate kung sino ba talaga yung standard or sino yung GOAT, 'di ba? Si LeBron James ba or si Michael Jordan? So, may kino-compare nila yung dahil si LeBron pwede kasi siya yung top scorer, pero kung titingnan naman natin si Michael Jordan is mas marami siyang championship rings, 'di ba? So, those numbers serves as a standard or benchmark para masabi natin na yun yung standard para masabi ko na magaling ako or GOAT ako. So, another example is if you are in the manufacturing or product development, industry standards or specifications serves as a benchmark or points of reference first for quality, safety, or performance. So another example of that is the ISO. So how many of you are familiar with ISO? So I believe most of us heard this already. So ISO is International Organization for Standardization. So this organization, kapag pag ISO certified ka, it sets as a standard na nagpo-provide ka ng quality products. Ini-ensure ng organization na to na meron kang quality products, quality services, na meet mo yung specific criteria ni ISO. And ang result doon is mag-i-improve ngayon yung quality ng product mo or services mo. And of course, kapag may quality, of course, ang equals niyan is customer satisfaction. So another example is environmental sustainability. So environmental benchmarks such as carbon emissions per capita or water consumptions per unit of production, they serve as benchmark for measuring and comparing environmental impact of organizations, industries, or regions. And also, kapag yung building is merong or certified sila ng LEED Platinum, it acts as a benchmark naman sa other buildings, or they are setting a high standard for energy efficiency and eco-friendly. So, with these examples, makita natin kung paano na-demonstrate yung benchmarking. So, it is a standard, again, or point of reference that can be applied across various domains. First is to measure. So, measure, compare, and evaluate the performance, quality, or achievement. So, yun yung kailangan lang natin tandaan. So, ano yung benchmark? It is a standard or point of reference. So, that is the literal meaning of benchmark. Now, pag kasi binabanggit din yung benchmark sa mga when you are in, kunyari, yung mga students natin, nagkaroon na sila ng work, and then pumasok na lang sa isang industry, maririnig nyo pa rin yung word na benchmark. So, ano naman yung ibig sabihin ng benchmark when it comes to business perspective? So, to benchmark is to study something such as a competitor's product or business practices in order to improve the performance of one owns company. And it is also a structured process of measuring the performance of companies' products, services, or operations. Again, those of another business considered to be the best in the industry, or aka best in class. So we have different examples of this. First is product benchmarking. So yung isang company, ina-analyze niya, for example, ang smartphone manufacturer, masasabi natin na yung nagsiset ng standard pagdating sa mga smartphone ngayon, di ba? iPhone, Samsung, and kaya makikita natin may mga features, may mga qualities, or even the designs, minsan nagkakapareha sila, and then makikita natin yung other brands, parang same din, di ba? Kasi bine-benchmark nila itong mga smartphone manufacturers. So because they know na they are the standard or point of reference because many people are buying it. Many people are satisfied sa product na meron ito. So yung mga businesses, what they do is they check, nagkakaroon sila ng in-depth analysis of its competitors, latest product, examining its features, design, performance, and user experience. So yung mga smartphone manufacturer, ginagamit nila yung information na to identify yung mga pwede nilang i-improve pa sa kanilang product line para ma-develop, and then ma-release nila sa market, and then hoping, di ba, na ma-surpass or kahit mapantayan man lang yung bine-benchmark nila na product na yun, mapantayan, and then ang goal natin is ma-surpass, di ba? So that's what they do. That's what we call product benchmarking. So dito rin sa product benchmarking also, there's a reverse engineering. Kumbaga, binibili yung product and then pwedeng kinakalas siya. Tinitignan ano bang mga piyesa yung ginamit, bakit ganito siya kabilis, ganito ka ba responsive. So ganun minsan yung ginagawa ng ibang mga companies para mag-improve yung product nila and ma-surpass nila yung competitors nila. So that is product benchmarking. Another type of business benchmarking is process benchmarking. So a company examines the operational processes and practices of a leading competitor to identify. So kapag process benchmarking naman, ang mga ina-identify natin is inefficiencies, and bottlenecks, or areas for optimization. So by benchmarking against the best practices, the company can streamline its own process and improve overall efficiency. For example, sa isang manufacturing company, so una, ina-identify niya muna yung competitor niya doon sa efficiency ng production line or production process. So inaaral niya yon, ina-analyze niya yung manufacturing practices ng competitors niya, paano ba yung supply chain management nila, paano yung quality control nila, yung mga product techniques nila, and then kapag nakita na nila yun, na-identify nila yung mga weaknesses, ina-apply nila yun, or naghahanap sila ng solution to improve that, or sometimes they also check or get the best practices nung mga process na yun. So kinukuha nila yun, then ina-adapt nila sa sarili nilang process to of course to match that kind of efficiency and then surpass that. So another is financial benchmarking. So a company compare its financial performance metrics such as revenue growth. So kapag financial benchmarking, ang mostly na tinitingnan dyan is revenue growth, profit margins, or ROI, and with those top performing companies in the industry. So this analysis helps identify areas where the company is underperforming and provides insights into strategies for improvement. And next naman is customer service benchmarking. So in the most of my customer service is mga hotel, restaurants. Ayan, ano ba yung famous restaurant or famous fast food chain na makikita natin na halos parehas sila nung mga ordering system. Like for example, si Jollibee and si McDo, 'di ba? So I believe si McDo yung unang nagkaroon ng kiosk ordering system, 'di ba? So ang result noon is mas bumilis yung ordering system, mas naging efficient sila. And then what their competitor did is benchmark nila yon, 'di ba? So may kita tayo na Jollibee meron na ring order kiosk. So ganun lang yung ginagawa nila. And then sa mga hotels naman, ganun din kapag nakita nila na efficient to, maganda tong practices na to, ina-adapt nila sa sarili nilang restaurants or sarili nilang hotels. So that's customer service benchmarking. Next is strategic benchmarking. So a company examines the overall strategies and goals and market positioning of a successful competitor. So this analysis will help them understand competitive advantages and identify areas where their own strategy can be refined to achieve better results. So ito naman yung mga strategies ng ibang company, kung paano sila mas nakaka-engage ng customers. Ayan, so pwedeng i-adapt yun ng other companies para naman makuha din nila yung ganong klase engagement. So, for example, financial services company, so ina-analyze nila yung business strategies, market positioning ng mga successful competitors nila. Tapos, it studies competitors' target market. So, inaalam nila yung target market, product differentiation, pricing strategy. So, may iba, di ba, na buy one, take one. So, iba naman, ewan ko kung may buy one, take two, di ba? So, iba naman, medyo mahal yung price, but the quality is good, di ba? Medyo naman, binababa nila yung price para pang masa. So, ganun, mga strategies. Makikita natin yan na ginagawa ng mga businesses. So, ina-adapt. So, makikita natin with those definitions and those examples, benchmarking in a nutshell is the process of comparing your performance against those of your competitors or peers in order to identify areas for improvement. So as we can see with the examples na diniscuss natin, yung benchmarking magagamit natin yan in variety, in wide variety, di ba? Kung ano bang field ka, from sports, makita natin, to academics, to business. So benchmarking will help individuals in organization, of course, achieve their best. So that is benchmarking. So what you have to remember, pag sinabing benchmark, it is a standard or point of reference. And then pag in terms of business perspective naman, it is just comparing your performance or comparing what you have or comparing kung ano yung bine-benchmark mo and then doon sa competitors mo or doon sa mga peers mo. And ang end goal nun, kaya ka nag-compare, is to identify areas for improvement. So, I hope we have defined benchmarking clearly. Now, I want to share with you also a quick trivia or history of benchmarking. Saan ba nagmula or sino ba yung saan ba nagamit yung term na benchmark? Titingnan natin kung same pa rin ba doon sa definition niya. Kung parang point of reference, standard, to compare, kung ganun pa rin. So, makikita natin yung term na benchmark, ginamit na siya hundreds of years pa. So, if you hear the word like strategy, campaigns, tactics, yan, mga ginamit yan sa nagsimula yung mga words na, yung mga terms na yan sa military, and yung benchmark, dun din siya nagsimula. So the term coincided with the introduction of gunpowder in firearms during the mid-1800s. So yung mga marksmen, what they would do is they would fire a variety of firearms from the same point of a bench and then compare nila yung result. So this mark doon sa bench became known as a benchmark. So literal meaning siya benchmark. It became a way of or way to select the most suitable weapon for the war. Siguro tinitignan nila kapag binaril nila dun sa bench, gaano kalaki yung damage niya. So, ma-identify nila na itong weapon na to, pag binaril ko sa malayo, ganito yung damage dun sa bench. So, ganito rin yung damage, of course, dun sa tatamaan. So, dun nila yun ginamit. And also, during the Victorian era, the history of benchmarking tells us that ginamit din siya sa UK. So, yung mga mason nila, nagka-carve sila ng mark doon sa mga vertical structures ng mga buildings kapag magawa silang buildings or monuments. And that is to show the altitudes above sea level naman. And as a term, benchmarking is also cited as referring to the way a colber or yung mga gumagawa ng sapatos para i-measure yung mga yung mga foot size ng mga customers nila. So, yun yung ginagamit nilang pang-measure ng mga paa, and then ginagamit, and then yung once na measure na nila, doon na sila gagawa ng sapatos. So, dito nagsimula mostly yung term na benchmark. So, as we can see, despite the various uses ng benchmark o ng salitang benchmark, yung term na to benchmark became a common language na when measuring and comparing one thing against another. So as we can see here, yung term na benchmark is still the same sa definition niya. So it is a standard or point of reference para i-compare yung mga bagay. And then tignan kung kapag na-compare, tignan kung ano yung better or best doon. And then, of course, ang goal lang is identify yung ano yung dapat na gawin or gamitin or effective. Ayan. So, now having defining the benchmarking and giving you the history of benchmarking, let us now discuss the different types of benchmarking. So, there are 4 different types of benchmarking. There are internal benchmarking. Next is competitive benchmarking. Third is functional benchmarking, and then next is last is generic benchmarking. So, ano ba yung internal benchmarking? So, internal benchmarking, it involves comparing performance. Ayan, kapag ikaw student ka, performance, or kapag yung professional ka, yung mga processes no or practices within different departments or units of the same organization. And it aims to identify best practices and areas for improvements by leveraging internal knowledge and expertise. So one example of internal benchmarking is yung isang retail company. So ano bang isang retail company yung maraming branches or multiple store locations? For example, yung example natin kanina yung fast food restaurants like McDo or Jollibee, di ba? Marami silang locations, store locations, and then nag-internal benchmark yun sila. Ang ginagawa nila is kinagather nila yung operational efficiency and then yung customer satisfaction rating since nasa service industry sila, yung sales performance. So ginagather nila yung mga metrics na yon, and then tinitignan nila anong branch natin, anong site natin yung effective, and then anong strategy nila. So babalikan natin yung tinakil natin kanina, anong strategy nila, ano yung process nila, paano nila na-achieve yung ganitong klaseng sales, 'di ba? Paano nila na-achieve yung ganitong klaseng customer satisfaction ratings, and then pag na-identify nila yon, ang ginagawa is bine-benchmark nila yon, and then kinakopy or tinatry gayahin no other department or other branches naman. So that's internal benchmarking. So paano naman tayo makaka-relate as a student sa internal benchmarking? So for example, sa room nyo, 'di ba? Merong, or I don't know if may mga sections pa. So 'di ba, you can internally benchmark doon. So tingnan mo kung sino yung pinaka magaling. Kunyari, may mataas na grade sa math or sa English, 'di ba? And then tignan mo kung paano yung mga study habits niya. Tignan mo kung paano ba siya mag-review, 'di ba? And then pwede mo siyang tanungin kung anong or pwede ka magpatulong sa kanya. So that's internal benchmarking. So nagbe-benchmark ka internally doon sa same environment mo para of course mag-improve and maggaya and ma-achieve din kung ano yung na-achieve nila. Alright? Next naman is competitive benchmarking. So competitive benchmarking, ang focus naman nito is comparing an organization's performance, product, or service against direct competitors. So that's the keyword, direct competitors sa industry nila. Ang aim nito is ma-identify nila yung competitive advantages nila and areas where the organization can match or surpass competitors' performance again. So an example of this is automobile manufacturer. So yung mga car manufacturers natin like Toyota, Honda, yan, Mitsubishi. So what they do is they compare nila yung production efficiency, product quality, and customer satisfaction pa rin of course doon sa mga direct competitors nila sa industry. And then what they do is kino-compare nila yon and then inaaral nila paano mas naging mas maraming sales. For example, ngayon alam ko ang leading is Toyota pagdating sa automobiles. Bakit ang daming sales ni Toyota? 'Di ba? Ano ba yung nagugustuhan ng tao sa kanila? Bakit satisfied yung mga tao? Ganyan. So, this benchmarking process helps the company identify areas where its competitors are outperforming. So, pwede rin nilang ma-identify na pwede rin naman si Toyota, parang tignan niya rin yung direct competitors na i-benchmark niya. Parang yung mga, parang kunyari, second sa kanya, tapos parang sumusunod na, ano yung ginagawa nito? Parang nakakasunod na sa akin. So, kailangan ko rin mag-keep up. So, ganun. So, pwede mo rin tignan yung mga hindi lang best practices, pero yung mga practices nila na parang hindi okay, and then titignan mo yun, pwedeng na, and then, of course, pwedeng mangyari yun sa'yo, or pwedeng yung experience na yun is ma-experience mo din, and then gagawa ka ng, or mag-iisip ka ng solusyon para hindi mo ma-experience yun. Diba? So, that's competitive benchmarking. So, ang keyword natin dito is direct competitors. Alright? Next is functional benchmarking. So, functional benchmarking involves comparing specific functions or processes within an organization to those of other organizations. So, ito regardless naman ng industry. So, ang goal nito is to identify yung innovative and effective practices that can be adapted and implemented to improve performance within the organization. So, an example of functional benchmarking is, for example, yung customer service department ng isang telecommunications company or BPO company, kino-compare nila yung operations nila or service delivery process nila doon sa mga leading banks. For example, or pagbaliktarin natin, yung mga bangko, tinitingnan nila kung paanong mag-handle ng customer complaints yung mga customer service departmental ng mga telecommunications company. So, as we can see, hindi sila direct competitors kasi yung isa bank, yung isa naman is telecommunications company. So, magkaibang industry sila. Pero, pwede pa rin nilang i-benchmark yung isa't isa as long as merong specific function sila doon na nagkakaparehas, which is, yun, yung customer, parang how do you handle yung customer complaints, paano may handle yung customer inquiries. So, meron silang, they can adapt yung similar strategies nila to enhance its customer service experience. So, hindi man sila same industry, hindi man sila direct competitors, pero pwede pa rin nilang benchmark yung ginagawa ng company na yun as long as parehas sila ng function. So, that's functional benchmarking. Next is generic benchmarking. So, generic benchmarking naman, it involves seeking inspiration and insights from organizations na naman unrelated industries or sectors. So it aims to identify best practices and innovative approaches that can be adapted and applied creatively to address challenges or improve performance in a different context naman. So, for example, nito is a manufacturing company. So, that specializes in producing like kunyari, food packaging or equipment that looks outside its industry, and ina-examine nila yung supply chain and logistics naman ng isang leading e-commerce company. So, by benchmarking the e-commerce company's efficient logistics operations, yung manufacturing company na yon can gain insights kung paano nila mas-streamline yung sarili nilang supply chain and may improve yung order fulfillment efficiency nila. So, as we can see, parang yung functional benchmarking and generic benchmarking, di ba? Parang medyo similar sila kasi hindi sila direct competitors, hindi sila related. Pero dito sa generic benchmarking, any strategies na kumbaga hindi man same functions, hindi man specific functions yung parehas, pero pwede kang kumuha ng strategies nila, ng techniques nila kung paano nila na-achieve yung ganitong mga results, diba? So that's generic benchmarking. So pwedeng inspiration and insights yung makuha mo doon. So that is the 4 types of benchmarking, and as we can see, these examples demonstrates how different types of benchmarking can be applied in various contexts and industries to learn from peers, competitors, and even unrelated organizations to drive performance and achieve better performance. All right. So knowing different types of benchmarking, I believe it is best na to know naman how to benchmark. So paano ba ginagawa to? 'Di ba? Anong process ba ng benchmarking? Paano tayo magbe-benchmark? So as you can see, ginamit ko lang din yung PDCA methodology dito or PDCA approach. So first process is identify what to benchmark. So this step involves identifying the specific area or process or performance metric that you want to benchmark. For example, if you're young professionals or professionals, ano yung mga processes or performance metric that you want to benchmark within your organization. So, pwedeng example dyan is you want to benchmark your company's sales performance, customer satisfaction ratings, or production efficiency. Ayan. So, if you are a student naman, identify mo ano ba yung gusto mong grades, ano ba yung gusto mong if you are graduating, ano ba yung gusto mong like ano gusto mong work in the future, 'di ba? So, and then sino yung mga role model mo na na-inspire ka kaya yun yung gusto mong course na kunin. So identify. So you have to first identify what to benchmark. So syempre, hindi ka makakapag-benchmark kung hindi mo naman ma-identify kung ano yung i-benchmark mo, di ba? And once you have identified what you want to benchmark, of course, you have to identify naman yung mga best practices ng gusto mong i-benchmark. So in this step, you seek out organizations or companies that are considered industry leaders. So syempre, pag magbe-benchmark tayo, yung standard, di ba? Yung point of reference, so yung mga leaders sa industry that have achieved exceptional performance sa area na yon. And then, ang aim natin is ma-identify yung mga best practices nila para makapag-contribute dun sa success din natin. So, if you are benchmarking a customer service, so kapag nag-work ka sa BPO or in a service industry, so gusto mo mag-benchmark kung paano tumaas yung customer service. So, pwede mong mag-benchmark ng mga leading like BPO companies. So, kapag when it comes to restaurants naman, ano yung pwede mong i-benchmark doon, diba? So, tignan mo yung mga ginagawa nila, katulad ng mga yung mga business perspective na examples natin na benchmarking, tignan mo yung strategies nila, tignan mo yung processes nila, and then identify mo yon, collect mo yon, and then gawin mo yon, di ba? But do not just copy, all right? So actually benchmarking kadugtong niyan or kumbaga kapatid niyan si innovation di ba? So when you benchmark, you don't just get all the best practices tapos kukunin mo siya. Mas maganda na you parang insert something na pwede mong mas i-improve yung nakita mong best practices nila para meron kang kumbaga own flavor mo, 'di ba? So kumbaga ang goal natin kasi is not first was also to match, but we want to surpass, and para ma-surpass natin yung bine-benchmark natin, syempre kailangan nating mag-innovate or dagdagan yun, 'di ba? So that's the second process. Third is once you have identified yung mga best practices and then nag-innovate ka, inadapt mo na yon sa sarili mo or sa processes mo. Ngayon naman, you have to collect the data and analyze the result. So these steps involve gathering yung mga relevant data and information from, for example, if you're working in an organization, kukunin mo yung mga data na yon, kakopy mo yung result, and then titignan mo ngayon yung mga benchmark mo kung naabot mo na or unti-unti ka nang lumalapit doon sa bine-benchmark mo. And of course, kapag nakikita mo na parang medyo hindi ka lumalapit doon or parang walang progress, you have to recheck or recalibrate your what you are doing. Baka may mali doon sa ginawa mo, or for example of one example of this is you have to also check yung context. Ayan, kasi wala namang, for example, one size fits all na, for example, you want to copy a program. Ayan. So, if you want to copy a program, for example, in an organization, there's no one size fits all. So, kailangan tinitignan mo rin yung context. For example, ngayon, we are benchmarking yung San Miguel Yamamura of their employee suggestion system. So they are doing well. So and we want our organization to do well din katulad ng sa kanila, ganong klaseng engagement and culture. But we can benchmark yung mga ginagawa nila, we can copy, but we cannot fully parang as in kopyang-kopya kasi we have different context, different environment. So kailangan mo din yun tignan. So kailangan parang pwede mo kunin yung best practices, kopyahin mo yun, pero tignan mo rin kung mag-fit ba yun sa like sa organization nyo or mag-fit pa yun sa sarili mo. Pwede kasing benchmark ka ng ibang tao, pero that's not, for example, may gusto ko i-benchmark na parang traits or characteristics, 'di ba? Kasi parang ang cool nung ganun. Pero hindi naman talaga ikaw yung ano, 'di ba? So you're just pretending. So titignan mo din. So para makakita ka ng result, 'di ba? Ng magandang result. And then after that, after makita ka ng magandang result, nakita mo effective yung pagbe-benchmark mo. Now, you implement changes and continue to monitor yung progress mo. So, kumbaga gagawa ka ng parang small scale parang case study and sample, and then you implement the change. And you discover kung ano pang pwedeng i-improve, 'di ba? So, continuous improvement siya, continuously improving ka dapat. So, pag nakita mo na na-surpass mo na, pwede ka pa ring mag-set ng another goal. Kumbaga, magtingin ng pwede mong i-benchmark naman para mas makip mo yung ganong level of success. Alright? So, now, knowing all of that, let us now answer the title of this talk. Diba? So, we've defined what is benchmarking already. We have I have shared with you the history, saan ba nanggaling yung benchmark, ano bang klase ng mga benchmark na meron, paano mag-benchmark. Pero ano bang power nito? How can we fully maximize its power? So actually, benchmarking or the power of benchmarking is first, it will help you set goals. So benchmarking will help you set goals and strive toward excellence. So it will allow you to see where you stand compared to others in your field and identify areas where you need to improve. So actually, when you do benchmarking, it will help you to be self-aware, diba? And when we are self-aware, when we are more self-aware, we are better at understanding ourselves. And we are able now to identify the changes that we want to make and recognize yung mga strengths natin, yung mga weaknesses natin, and then ma-improve natin yon. And also, self-awareness is often the first step to goal setting. So this includes na wala ka pang answer or mayroon kang alam mong pagkakamali na ginagawa. So makikita mo yun. So if you have wala ka pang goal, yan, so benchmarking can help you set your goals. Ayan. And then once you have set your goal, it is one of the advantages also of benchmarking is you will be able to learn from others, because benchmarking isn't just about identifying yung mga weaknesses na meron ka, diba? But it's also about learning from others who are doing things well. So by studying the best practices like of your peers, of your friends, you can gain insights and ideas that can help you improve your on performance. So dito, yes, at first, pag nag-compare ka, 'di ba, makikita mo na kumbaga ito yung status mo, tapos makikita mo ito yung gusto mo i-benchmark or yung standard, makikita mo na parang ang dami mo pang kailangan gawin. Pero pwede mo naman tignan din yung mga magaganda ng ginagawa mo, 'di ba? Para ma-motivate ka. And then you will also continue to learn kung ano ba yung mga ginagawa ng ibang tao. All right? And also another advantage or advantages of benchmarking is you will stay competitive. So another benefit is it will help you to be competitive by continuously monitoring and improving your performance. So you can stay ahead of the competition and be better positioned to achieve success. So, syempre, kapag bine-benchmark mo yung ibang tao or ina-adapt mo yung mga best practices nila, tapos natututo ka dun sa mga weaknesses nila na nakita mo or sa weaknesses mo na na-identify mo din, syempre, mag-i-improve ka. Continuous yung improvement mo niyan. And then, magiging, kumbaga, competitive ka palagi. Di ba? Ma-achieve mo lagi yung success. And then, last is motivation. So benchmarking is a powerful motivator. So when you see how you stack up against others in your field, it can drive you to work harder and push yourself to new heights. So the knowledge that you are competing against the best can be a powerful motivator to help you achieve your goals. So dito, muga papasok na yung question ko bago ako mag-start na is it really or agree ba tayo dun sa statement na don't compare yourself to others? So my answer to that is yes and no. So yes, I agree na you don't first I agree na yes, you don't need to compare yourself to others. So, kumbaga parang kapag sinabi kong yes, parang dinidefeat natin or parang contradicting yun sa topic natin ngayon, di ba? Kasi benchmarking is comparing. Pero when I say yes, I agree with that, is kapag yung approach or dating sa'yo nun is nag-compare ka, tapos when you compare, parang self-pity ka, parang, buti pa siya ganito, ako ganito lang. Kumbaga, di ko kaya yan kasi ganito siya, ganito lang ako, di ba? So, kapag ganun yung, kumbaga, attitude natin, talagang mali na mag-compare sa ibang tao. Pero, actually, dapat baguhin natin yung ganong mindset. Kailangan, when we compare ourselves to others, mas ma-motivate tayo na ma-reach kung ano man yung naabot na nila. Diba? It is if we know how to benchmark, diba? Kung alam natin kung paano marating yun, ma-motivate tayo na gawin yun kahit gaano pa siya kahirap. Alright? So, yun yung other side mo naman na no, I don't agree with that statement na do not compare yourself to others. Kumbaga, para sa akin, it's good that you compare yourself to others. Kumbaga, na-identify mo kung ano pa yung kulang, na pwede mong gawin, ano pa yung pwede mong improve. Basta, ang mindset palagi is, kung nagawa na yun, 'di ba? Nagawa na yun, na-achieve na yun, narating na yun. Mararating ko rin yun, 'di ba? Kailangan ko lang i-identify yung mga best practices na ginagawa niya. Ano ba yung strategies niya? Paano niya ba nagawa yun? So, human lang din naman siya, 'di ba? You are just parehas na naman kayong humans, 'di ba? And tayo naman kapag inaral natin yung mga bagay at nilagay natin yung puso natin, matututunan natin yun at ma-achieve natin yung mga gusto nating gawin. So, in summary lang, yung power ng benchmarking lies in its ability to help you first set your goals and then learn from others and also stay competitive and also make sure na it will motivate you to achieve your best. Okay? So, ito, as long as you do your best, ito naman, kasi pwede kang ma-discourage Like, meron na mga statement din, di ba, na don't compare your chapter 1 to chapter 10. So, naririnig din natin yan. So, I agree with that din naman, di ba? So, kailangan kapag nasa process ka ng benchmarking, also be aware na hindi mabilis yung, kumbaga, yung results, di ba? May mga times na, yes, ang bilis ng results. Kumbaga, ginaya mo, nag-innovate ka, andun yung result agad. Pero minsan, ginaya mo na yung ginagawa niya, dagdag ka na ng, kumbaga, sarili mong flavor doon, mas in-improve mo pa yun, pero ang tagal na results. You have to keep moving, di ba? You have to keep grinding. And you have to enjoy the journey as well. Alright? Kasi dadating ka rin doon, basta alam mo na lagi mong ina-assess lang, lagi mong chine-check yung ginagawa mo if tama pa ba siya, parehas pa rin ba dun sa bine-benchmark mo. So, that is it. Alright? So, whether you are a student or a working professional now, benchmarking can help you achieve success and reach your full potential. So, alright. So, before I end, so ito lang yung quote that I want to leave with you na always give your best because today's great work is tomorrow benchmark. So, that is all and I hope you learned a lot and I inspire you to utilize the power of benchmarking. So, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Engineer John Timothy Villaforte, for that wonderful presentation. I believe, sir, maraming natutunan ng ating participants right now and I think marami din silang questions in mind. So guys, ayan, we are now open for your questions. Ayan, our Q&A part for Alpha TV is officially here now. So ayan, make sure na you'll make the most out of it since Engineer Don Timothy is giving his precious time with us. So guys, you may type in your question on the comment section and we will read them for you. Yeah, we have our Zoom participants and a YouTube. So we have two comments on YouTube from Christine Dessa, Restart, good evening, and Milian Gavisha, yes. Like, so ayan guys, if you have questions, just type in the comment section or you may raise your hands if you want to speak. I think we have our first question here from Brian. Sir, paano po nakukuha ang benchmarking data kapag hindi accessible? Halimbawa po, operations ng rival companies.
Yeah, that's actually, hello? And can you hear me po? All right. So that is a good question, no? Very good question. Actually, that's one of the, kumbaga, cons ng benchmarking to gather the data, 'di ba? Especially confidential 'yun eh. Ng confidential information ng other company. So, I think there's no other way to know, 'di ba? Kumbaga, di naman natin pwedeng parang i-hack yung system nila because that is not legal, that is bad. So, I think what we can do is to have a team, kumbaga, na pwedeng kayong mag-brainstorm or pwede kayong mag-isip ng possibilities or you can parang mag-hypothesize ka ano ba yung ginagawa nila, paano ba nila nagagawa to, 'di ba? So, tingnan mo yung strategies nila kung paano for example, yung rival company mo, ang dami nila engagement ng mga customers, ano bang strategy nila, paano ginagawa yun. So, actually, when it comes to comparing, kumbaga, ang hirap niyan kasi 'di ba, paano mo malalaman if na-surpass mo na sila, 'di ba? Siguro what you can do is malalaman mo yung if nagiging effective yung pagbe-benchmark mo is kapag tinignan mo yung standard na lang is kunin mo sa data na meron ka. So for example, sa isang operations, parang efficiency mo is ganitong percentage. So, and then nakita mo na effective yung ginagawa ng ibang company. Tapos, ginaya mo yung strategies nila, and then you have a team, you brainstorm, kayo ng hypothesis na siguro ganito yung ginagawa nila, and then you adapt it, and nakita nyo you are improving, nag-i-improve yung operations mo. So, as long as you see na yung ginagawa nyo is mayroong magandang result, I believe na that is effective kasi medyo challenging din talaga na makuha yung other data, especially sa natin dito sa Philippines, medyo mahirap when it comes to pagkuha ng data. So that's one of our challenge pa din. Ayan.
All right. Thank you so much, Engineer John Timothy, for that very smooth answer. So guys, do you have any questions? So I guess while they're thinking about their question right now, answer Engineer Timothy, can you plug any promotions or where we can reach para if ever may question ng advertisement right now kayo? What you can do?
Ayan. So, you can add me sa Facebook. So, andito siya. So, search nyo lang Villa Corte or John Timothy, yung name ko sa Facebook, yung lalabas din naman. And you can email me also dito sa aking email address. And then you can follow me sa Instagram. And guys, connect kayo sa LinkedIn din. Ayan. Let's chat kung ano pa yung may mga questions kayo, especially if you are a student, graduating student. I am very willing to share yung mga baga na-experience ko rin kasi I recently graduated last year lang. So, like, ano ba ang experience kapag bago papasok pa lang, ganun, or ano yung mga mga dapat kong paghandaan, ganun, to parang makapasok sa isang company. So you can email or message me. And also, if I want to take this opportunity na rin because right now, sa Handling Innovation, we are looking for individuals who is, baga, may passion sa continuous improvement and lifelong learning. So if you have the heart sa like Six Sigma, data analytics, yan, you can send a message to me and then usap tayo. Tapos tingnan natin if mako-consider natin na makakapag-join kayo sa team namin. Kasi yun, we're looking for individuals na may passion din doon. Ayan.
Alright, I guess, ayan, wala nang question from our participants, pero for me muna, ayan, konting summarize with your discussion. Ayan, yung 4 types ng benchmarking is yung ICFG, ayan, internal, competitive, functional, and general. And then also yung power ng benchmarking. Ito yung pinaka nagustuhan ko din is you may set goals pagka meron kang benchmarking, learn from others, stay motivated. Stay competitive, and syempre ang motivation. Ayan. So thank you so much again for that wonderful discussion with us tonight, Engineer John. So on behalf of everyone here today, maraming salamat for taking the time to speak for us. And your topic about benchmarking and how it help us become significantly better. So ayan, Engineer John Timothy, our team will be contacting you for your token of application. Once again, ayan, the whole entire family of assets is very thankful for your presence. So ayan, guys, ayan, pwede natin mag-get or pumunta tayo sa ating guest speaker right now. So, our chat. Alright. So again, today's event is made possible with the help of our supporting and generous partners, IXL, Blessed, Us, Startup Podcast. And also, guys, another way you can effectively learn and be #significantly better with us is by enrolling now on our online courses and self-paced programs. So we have our Yellow Belt certification program. So it's okay. Yellow Belt is a entry level of Lean Six Sigma practice. So basic diagnostic and quality tools and techniques are taught on this program. So during the next round on June 23, 24, 30, and July 1 to 10. 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So we also have our self-paced program for Yellow Belt, Green Belt. So ayan, meron din tayong Green Belt. Ang role of Green Belt is highly focused on problem solving, process analysis, project management is applied to this line of work. So during the next round on, ayan, just visit na lang yung page for updated date of then the self-paced Lean Six Sigma Green Belt certification is also available. So Black Belt. Ayan. Black Belt have thorough understanding of all aspects of Sigmatic model in accordance with Six Sigma principles. They enjoy the next level. So, yeah. We also have a hard project management fundamental certificate program. So this online course is designed to help you adopt strategic mindset and build confidence in making project decision and facing the volatile and uncertainty. So during the next round on June 20, 2020. And then of course sa Kaizen. And then of course we have all our showcase program here. And ayan, ating promo, you can join as a group of 5 but paid for packs. All right, so I guess ayan. Of course, Atlas PH pala is open for partners and ambassador if you support our cause of promoting lifelong learning, and this is perfect for you. So, ayan, everyone, ayan, ito na hinihintay ng lahat. I'll send here the evaluation link na on the comment section. And of course, I will see. Alright, so, and everyone, you may also scan the QR code that flashes screen. So, for the instruction, you just wait lang and complete the form correctly. And initial not named. And next is enter correct email address, and of course, a certificate will be distributed in a week or two. So guys, that would be all for this event. We hate to say goodbye, but in every beginning there is always an end. So ayan guys, we hope to see you again next Friday for another Alpha TV session. So follow us on all our social media accounts to be updated to all free courses like Alpha. Once again, this is Alpha TV making you hashtag significant together. Stay safe everyone, God bless.